Hello, guys. Good afternoon.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, hello. All right, we are waiting for the rest of the students to connect to our class. So let's give them just 2 more minutes. Then we will start checking the attendance. All right, guys, very good. Let's start our class today by checking the attendance, all right? I'm going to stop sharing the screen so I can look at the list. Okay, very good. Let's start. Gerson Arismendi. Keiner Baez.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, good. Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jessit Calderon.
Present, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. William Castillon.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Marianne Chain.
Hi, teacher, present.
Hello. Okay. Andrés Camilo Correa.
Present, teacher.
Right. Andrés Corredor.
Present, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Silvia Natalia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Johan Duque.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Elkin Fernández. Elkin. Elkin Fernández. Te veo en la sala, pero no respondes. William Figueroa. Perdón, Julián Figueroa. Okay. Okay, Julián, thank you. Ginette Fontecha. Ginette. No, no está. Ok, Gerson, ya vi tu mensaje, gracias. Ginette no está. Carlos Galán.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Mabel Gamboa.
Present, teacher.
Ok, perfect. Cindy García.
Present, teacher.
All right. José Alejandro Gómez.
Here, teacher.
Okay. Juliet Gómez. Juliet Gómez. Julián Peña. Julián Peña. Not here. Lisette Tarazona.
Present teacher.
All right. And Brian Vargas.
Present teacher and here.
Okay, perfect. Who? Okay, Jeanette. Rachel. Okay, good. We are missing Edgar Julián and Juliet Tatiana.
Teacher, Elkin Fernandez.
Okay, Elkin, now I can listen to Elkin. Okay, guys. So tell me, let me ask you before we start. Do you hear like very loud cars from my audio? Or no? Or do you listen to me clearly?
Clearly, teacher.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to leave the window open today because it's very hot in Bucaramanga today. So I'm going to leave it open for the class. So let's start. All right. Here we have, so for our lesson today, we are going to play first a Kahoot just to review the adjectives to describe places. Remember yesterday, we talked about adjectives like shady, spacious, etc. Then we're going to finish Unit 9 talking about green cities. And we will end the class with a speaking practice. It's a survey called in the 2030. So to make predictions about the future. And if we have some extra time, we are going to practice with a song related to the topic in the unit, which is first conditional. Okay? So let's start by playing the Kahoot to review the vocabulary of adjectives to describe places. So I'm going to open the link. Give me just a minute. So you can join the activity. Okay, we have 17 students. Let's start the game. All right. Jose, Lisette, and Kainer, very good. Congratulations. No difficult questions. Let's check we had some questions. Let's see the complete report. Okay, we have the questions here. Yeah, so I think the first one was like the most difficult. The word that we could use to describe was sunny, right? It receives a lot of light, okay, in this case. Perfect, guys. So that was our review for the vocabulary on Unit 9. Now we're going to go to the book. And on the book on page 86 and 87, pages 86 and 87, we are going to finish the unit by checking the world culture part. So in here, we are going to watch a video about a specific place or city in the world and answer some questions about it and have a discussion about green cities, okay? So before we start reading, let's check what we can see in the pictures, right? So tell me, what do you see in the photo, in the book?
A desert?
Yes, this is a desert. And what else?
Modern building.
Yes, this is a modern building. We have this. So in this part, we are going to talk about Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, okay? So I want you to check these questions to see how much do you know about this place, the United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi, okay? So the first question we have is, where are the United Arab Emirates? North Africa, Central Europe, or Middle East Asia? What is the answer?
Middle East.
Yeah.
Yes.
Middle, yes.
Middle East Asia. Good. Number 2. What does Abu Dhabi's wealth come from? Wealth, riqueza.
Oil and gas.
Yes, so banking, no, coal, oil and gas. Okay, and number 3, what is Abu Dhabi's surrounded by? Desert, lakes, or mountains?
Desert.
Desert, yes.
Desert.
And the last one, what is the climate in Abu Dhabi? Cold, hot and dry, or hot and wet?
Sí. Modern, right?
I am not sure, so we can look online to see if the weather is hot but dry or hot and wet. Es muy caliente y seco o muy caliente y húmedo. All right?
I think it's dry.
You think it's dry? Yes.
What does it mean, surrounded?
Surrounded by. Rodeado, surrounded by.
I can use that word in any
yes. So I can say my house is surrounded by trees. For example,
I can say like that wheel is surrounded by oil, something like that.
But surrounded we mean like literally all around, como todo alrededor, ¿no? Rodeado. Entonces, en ese caso de que el país no está rodeado de petróleo. O sea, rodeado es, ¿sí? Todo alrededor. Diría como está lleno de petróleo. Yes, full of. But surrounded, we mean literally all around. Entonces acá el país está todo rodeado por desierto. Okay, so could you check if it's
Thanks.
okay, no problem. Is it hot and dry or hot and wet?
We say that
I think it's dry. I think arid, like because of the desert, I think is dry. For example, here we have hot climate, or let's say Miami or these cities is hot, but it's very humid or wet. In Abu Dhabi, I think it's dry because of the desert. Okay, very good. Excellent, guys. So now that we have some context, what we are going to talk about, we are going to start checking the video. We are going to watch a video about Masdar City. Before we watch the video, let's check words in the glossary and their meaning, okay? Because we are going to listen to these words or phrases in the video. So let's read them. Espera un momento. ¿Alguien llegó de los que faltaban en el listado? Julián Peña, creo que sí. Recuerden, chicos, que cuando llegan después de la toma de asistencia me deben informar si no les queda la falla ahí. Okay. Okay. Juliet llegó, creo que no. Okay. So let's read. Natalia, can you read the words? Here is the phrase, and in front of it is the definition.
Okay, teacher. Glossary from scratch, from the beginning, narrow, not far from one side to the other, on the outskirts, no, not in the center of a city, wide, far from one side to the other, opposite of narrow.
Opposite of narrow. So the first one is from scratch. This means from the beginning. So, for example, I can say, I made a cake from scratch, right? I made a cake from scratch. So what is the meaning of this? That I had the flour, la harina, eggs, sugar, butter, and I made it all from zero, okay? From scratch is desde el principio, sí, lo hice todo desde cero, from scratch, okay? Narrow, so the street is narrow or the street is wide, okay? So what is narrow?
Pequeño. Angosto.
Angosto, yes. Angosto. And wide is the opposite. So it's ancho, right? We say narrow and wide. And on the outskirts is not in the center of the city, right? So outside the center, on the outskirts, okay? Not in the center, but far from the center, so in the outskirts. In Spanish, how can we say this?
¿A las afueras?
Yes. A las afueras. Very good. So now that we have the vocabulary, we understand it, we are going to watch the video here. And after we watch the video, we are going to read the statements and say if they are true, false, or if it doesn't say or we don't know, we put question mark, right? So T for true, F false, or question mark if we don't know. Let's take a look at the video.
This is Abu Dhabi.
Okay, can you see the video? And can you listen to it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
This is Abu Dhabi, one of the fastest growing cities on the planet. For some people, Abu Dhabi is their idea of a city of the future. For me, it's not. I believe the real cities of the future need to use technology in a radically different way. Just outside Abu Dhabi, they're starting to do just that. With so much wealth and available space, Abu Dhabi has begun an amazing new experiment to build a new green city from scratch. Its name is Masdar. Currently under construction on the outskirts of Abu Dhabi, it will cost about $18 billion and eventually be home to 40,000 people. When you get to Masdar, the first thing you do is park your car here on the outskirts of the city. Then you get into one of these, a driverless electric car.
Your vehicle is now ready to leave. Please be seated so that you may depart.
The cars are amongst the most advanced electric vehicles in the world. They're guided by GPS with route and speed predetermined. These driverless cars operate in a specially built basement underneath the city of Masdar. The advantage of that is that it leaves the ground level free for pedestrians to enjoy with no traffic. It's the kind of thing you can only do when you're building a city from scratch, right from the ground level up.
The doors are opening. Please mind the doors.
Now it's time to head up to street level, where the city really unfolds. The architects have turned away from the Abu Dhabi model of ever taller towers and ever wider highways, and have reverted to the low-rise buildings of traditional Arab architecture. Although it's the middle of the day and we're in the desert, it's surprisingly comfortable in here. The streets are narrow and shady and has a nice breeze. It's an altogether nicer place to be than in the streets of Abu Dhabi.
All right, so we watched the video one time. Now we're going to read the statements and we will watch the video again, okay? So we can answer true, false, or if we don't know. So let's have, okay, Juliet, give me a moment. Thank you, let me check here. Okay. Okay, guys, so as I was saying, we are going to read the statements and then watch the video one more time so we can answer. Let's have one student read all the statements. Let's ask Gerson if you can read all the 8 statements, okay?
Okay, teacher. The presenter believes that Masdar City is a true city of the future. The building of Masdar City will cost 18 billion. 40,000 people live there at the moment. After you park your car on the outskirts of the city, someone drives you to the center. The cars travels under the city of Masdar City. Masdar City has a lot of tall buildings. The streets of Masdar City are similar to the streets of Abu Dhabi. It is colder in Masdar than in Abu Dhabi.
It's cooler in Masdar than Abu Dhabi. So we have the statements. Let's rewatch the video. I will put the video next to the statements so you can read them while we watch the video, okay? So you can answer.
This is Abu Dhabi, one of the fastest growing cities on the planet. For some people, Abu Dhabi is their idea of a city of the future. For me, it's not. I believe the real cities of the future need to use technology in a radically different way. Just outside Abu Dhabi, they're starting to do just that. With so much wealth and available space, Abu Dhabi has begun an amazing new experiment to build a new green city from scratch. Its name is Masdar. Currently under construction on the outskirts of Abu Dhabi, it will cost about $18 billion and eventually be home to 40,000 people. When you get to Masdar, the first thing you do is park your car here on the outskirts of the city. Then you get into one of these, a driverless electric car.
Your vehicle is now ready to leave. Please be seated so that you may depart.
The cars are amongst the most advanced electric vehicles in the world. They're guided by GPS with route and speed predetermined. These driverless cars operate in a specially built basement underneath the city of Masdar. The advantage of that is that it leaves the ground level free for pedestrians to enjoy with no traffic. It's the kind of thing you can only do when you're building a city from scratch, right from the ground level up.
The doors are opening. Please mind the doors.
Now it's time to head up to street level, where the city really unfolds. The architects have turned away from the Abu Dhabi model of ever taller towers and ever wider highways, and have reverted to the low-rise buildings of traditional Arab architecture. Although it's the middle of the day and we're in the desert, it's surprisingly comfortable in here. The streets are narrow and shady and has a nice breeze. It's an altogether nicer place to be than in the streets of Abu Dhabi.
All right, very good. Have you got all the answers for the 8 statements? Yes, guys.
No, teacher. I
Okay.
only have 5.
Okay, so watch one more time, okay? We are going to watch it again. Remember, we have true, false, or if we don't know. So pay attention because we have like a little trick. For example, here, 40,000 people live there at the moment. Viven ahora, en este momento viven 40,000 personas allí. Okay, let's listen to identify if this is true or if these people are going to live there in the future. Okay, so pay close attention to what the person is saying. We are going to watch it one more time.
This is Abu Dhabi, one of the fastest growing cities on the planet. For some people, Abu Dhabi is their idea of a city of the future. For me, it's not. I believe the real cities of the future need to use technology in a radically different way. Just outside Abu Dhabi, they're starting to do just that. With so much wealth and available space, Abu Dhabi has begun an amazing...
Sorry, so we can do it part by part, so to answer each statement. Number 1 says, the presenter believes that Masdar city is a true city of the future. What do you think?
False.
False? Why false?
True.
No, true.
Yes,
Present.
it's true.
True.
Yes. So she says that the true cities of the future use technology in different ways, and Masdar is doing that, just that. Están haciendo justo eso. So yes, we can say this is true. She thinks Masdar is a city of the future. So let's continue listening.
new experiment to build a new green city from scratch. Its name is Masdar. Currently under construction on the outskirts of Abu Dhabi, it will cost about $18 billion and eventually be home.
Okay, so number 2, the building of Masdar city will cost $18 billion.
True.
Yes, this is true.
To 40,000 people. $18 billion and eventually be home to 40,000 people.
Okay, so number 3, 40,000 people live there at the moment.
False.
Hmm?
False, teacher.
Yes, why is it false?
It said an event.
In
Yes,
the
so
future, in the future.
People will eventually live there, eventualmente, right? So this is for the future. They don't live there now. At the moment, no, but in the future, they will live there.
When you get to Masdar, the first thing you do is park your car here on the outskirts of the city. Then you get into one of these, a driverless electric car.
Number 4, after you park your car on the outskirts of the city, someone drives you to the city center.
False.
True. Still false.
This is also tricky because the first part is true. After you park your car on the outskirts, but not someone, alguien no te lleva. It's false, right? It's a driverless car. You understand this word, driverless? Driverless car. Yes, we don't have a person driving. The car drives itself. So number 4 is false.
Your vehicle is now ready to leave. Please be seated so that you may depart.
The cars are amongst the most advanced electric vehicles in the world. They're guided by GPS with route and speed predetermined. These driverless cars operate in a specially built basement underneath the city of Masdar. The advantage of that is that it leaves the ground level free for pedestrians to enjoy with no traffic. It's the kind of thing you can only do when you're building a city from scratch, right from the ground level up.
The doors are opening. Please mind the doors.
Now it's time to head up to street level where the
All right, so number 5, the car travels under the city of Masdar.
True.
Yes, this is true. The car goes under the city.
city really unfolds. The architects have turned away from the Abu Dhabi model of ever taller towers and ever wider highways and have reverted to the low-rise buildings of traditional Arab architecture.
All right, so 6, the Masdar city has a lot of tall buildings.
True.
Yes,
It
it's true.
doesn't. True.
Sinceramente no
she
entiendo.
doesn't say.
Yes, they do say. They say something.
False.
Yes.
and have reverted to the low-rise buildings of traditional Arab architecture.
The
Okay, wow.
architects have reversed to low-rise buildings, edificios bajos, of traditional Arab culture. So number 6 is false. It doesn't have tall buildings. They are low-rise buildings, we can say.
Although it's the middle of the day and we're in the desert, it's surprisingly comfortable in here. The streets are narrow and shady and has a nice breeze. It's an altogether nicer place to be than in the streets of Abu Dhabi.
Okay, so number 7, the streets of Masdar city are similar to the streets of Abu Dhabi. What do you think?
She doesn't know.
False.
It's
I think that is
false.
false.
She says that the streets here are narrow or narrower than in Abu Dhabi, so they are more comfortable. So we can say it is false. The streets are not similar. In Abu Dhabi, the streets are wide. Okay. And number 8, it is cooler in Masdar than in Abu Dhabi.
Probably.
So we can say we don't know, right? She said it's more comfortable, but we don't know if the temperature is the same or if it's different. Okay? So we can say the last one is we don't know. We are not sure. Okay? What do you think? What did you think of the video? Was it very difficult?
Very interesting.
A little.
A little difficult. Yes. We need to listen 3 times
for the
to get.
accent.
Yes, maybe her accent is a little bit more difficult for us. Okay, guys, so we're going to continue. We have some, give me a moment, I will close the window if we have a lot of noise outside. All right, so let's read the statements and we are going to say if they describe Abu Dhabi or Masdar, okay? Number 1 is one of the fastest growing cities on the planet. What do you think, Abu Dhabi or Masdar?
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
Yes, for the first one we can say is Abu Dhabi is growing very fast. Number 2 is a new green city.
Masdar.
Masdar.
Yes, this is Masdar, of course. Number 3 is free for pedestrians to enjoy with no traffic.
Masdar.
Masdar, yes.
Masdar.
Number 4, taller towers and wider highways.
Abu
Abu
Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Abu
Yes,
Dhabi.
this is Abu Dhabi. 5, surprisingly comfortable streets.
Masdar.
Masdar. And 6, the streets are narrow and shady.
Masdar.
Yes, also the streets in Masdar are narrower and shady. All right, very good. Okay, guys, so here now we are going to work in pairs. This is a short discussion about Masdar city. So we have some statements here. I want you to get in pairs and discuss your opinion. Which statements do you agree or disagree in? So you are going to identify which ones do you agree, with and which ones do you disagree with, okay? You're going to discuss, and then when I go to each breakout room, you can tell me, oh, teacher, we have in common these statements, we have the same opinion, okay? So I want you to find in which ones do you have the same opinion. Either agree or disagree. Entonces, recuerden, ustedes pueden estar de acuerdo o en desacuerdo con una idea. Entonces, si los dos están en desacuerdo, pues ahí tienen la misma opinión, ¿cierto? La idea es que encuentren en cuáles tienen la misma opinión, bien sea que están de acuerdo con ello o que están en desacuerdo, ¿ok? Is it clear what we need to do?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So let's create the groups. Voicing to okay, I think one more. So let's go, guys. Let's go to the breakout rooms.
Do you think the pollution, and it will be good if there is no traffic. And I am agree with this first statement. What do you think?
Yes, me too. I agree about the first question of your affirmation. I need cities without cars because the pollution is a big problem now in this century.
Yes. Okay. I couldn't share my screen.
Yes, I can.
This is my
Okay.
Por fin, carajo, por fin. Fucking internet.
Mine didn't work. Sorry. Oh,
Oh,
now I can't
no,
see.
I can see your screen.
I can share my screen. I have
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
one moment. Yes, one moment.
Yes, you were sharing.
Okay.
Sorry.
I am watching your
Can
screen.
you? Yes.
Okay.
Can you? You watch my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, you can. We can.
Can you turn? Agree? I disagree.
The second sentence?
Okay, for the third, Mazda is an interesting experiment, but I don't think it will ever happen anywhere else.
I not agree.
Yes, I disagree. Also,
I disagree.
Yeah, too many cities in Africa, like Abu Dhabi, have a lot of money for the economy, so they can create many cities in the future.
and in another places in the world, there are cities with uh, uh, new technologies, and I think that this will happen in anywhere else. Maybe another country has city with this change. Entonces, más disagree. Disagree. Four, it's important to make our cities greener and more carbon neutral, not to buy new ones. I agree with that. We need cities more greener because I think for Bucaramanga, the city is very warm because we don't have a carbon neutral and we have hot weathers and is so so se me fue eso.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, guys.
Teacher,
Tell me.
I have a question about the second sentence.
Okay. Tell me.
Because ¿la puede poner un poquito más grande? ¿Cierto?
No puedo.
Okay. For example, we don't need
Teacher,
air
can you see my
conditioning
screen?
in the streets. This part is
Number 2, in my city, people like using their cars, and we don't need air conditioning in the streets. So why change? What don't you understand? The air conditioning part?
Yes, and so why change?
Okay. The thing is that in Abu Dhabi, in these cities, the streets sometimes have air conditioning because it's that hot that you have air conditioning on the street, right? So to make it cooler. But the statement says, we like using the cars and we don't need this system. So why do we need to change? ¿Por qué habríamos de cambiar si nos gusta usar el carro y no necesitamos el aire acondicionado en las calles, en nuestro clima? Eso es lo que dice. So if you agree or disagree with this.
Okay, I disagree because for if you want to have air condition in the street, I think you need a lot of amount of energy for your comodidad, commodity.
Comfortable.
Comfort, yes, comodidad, comfort.
For your comfort. So you can ride in the street open to windows and
Yes, additionally, for example, the machine or the structure for install the air condition in the streets is very complex. For example, the pollution or people pollution or people emission.
Emissions, contamination.
Pero la emisión de los humanos, o sea, de la respiración, por así decirlo.
Okay, the
breath.
The rest?
Yes.
Yes, have many virus, and if the street is closed, the environment is unhealthy. For this reason, the system is very complex for controlling this system.
For example. So, for example, if I spend just only and a half that this part of billion to solve any problems about the world, that will be a good thing. So I don't know. I disagree with that sentence.
Yes, me too.
So what about the last one? I would love to live in Madasar City because it looks like a very good place to live.
On my opinion, I prefer live here in Latin America than in the Middle East. I like the idea that it is a neutral city, and I think we can do it in Colombia, also with young people and with a lot of waves to make a transportation like not carbon neutral as a, I don't know, driving a bicycle or just walking. It will be really lovely city. And I think Bucaramanga have the sizes because it's not really huge and it's not really hot and it's not really cold. So it
Yeah,
will be
this
a great experiment.
Yeah, that's a good place to or city to live. Yes.
You can
So
use the 1 million that came from the last gobierno.
Yes, I don't see. Sorry, teacher.
Yes, tell me.
Open mind, mente es así, M-I-N-D o
Be open-minded, como ser de mente abierta. Be
yes.
open-minded.
That?
And we write it with hyphen, con un guión, ¿no? Esa palabra va así, open-minded.
That?
All right?
Yes. Okay. Who one add something to the sentence?
Masdar is an interesting experiment, but I don't think it will ever happen anywhere else.
I'm agree because it's expensive. Este, Abu Dhabi can, like, no sé cómo decir, como darse el lujo. I don't know how to say in English. Yes. Abu Dhabi can, like, make this interesting experiment because they are, wait, they are world, world, o sea, ricos, and other countries, like, I don't know, like Colombia or United States. This is just, I think we can't do.
De acuerdo.
¿Cuáles?
Yeah, the second,
The third,
third, fourth,
and the last one?
and the last one. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Hello.
Es que yo ahorita me desconecté como a las 6:30 y regresé ahorita otra vez.
Okay. So
Teacher,
you were not in the group participating.
teacher, qué pena es que también en mi grupo, pues yo estaba con otra compañera, pero pues no me contesta, no sé qué pasa, no sé si es que se fue o algo le pasó al grupo, aunque me quedé
Okay,
sola.
no problem. You left the group. Tú saliste del grupo. ¿Ella
Sí,
no estaba
exacto.
allá? Okay. Ya igual vamos a terminar las sesiones para que vuelvan acá.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. We are waiting for all the rest of the students to come back here to the meeting.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Very good, guys. Perfect.
Hey, teacher.
Hello.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, so I want to ask you in your group, so I want to see where, for example, in some groups in which things where you like, do you have the same opinion? Okay, so let's see if any group would like to participate to start. Let's see if we have any volunteers.
Me.
Okay, perfect. Gerson.
All group or only me?
Yes, only you. You can tell me what do you guys had the same opinion on.
Okay. About the first sentence, I partial agree because as well like we could build more cities like Masdar, but only if you use the city for holidays or have a rest, for example, where you don't or where you want stay with a car, but so it's necessary build other cities with a car for your transportation or have facilities go to job or go to other place. So in conclusion, I think we need more cities like Magda, but we need building cities with more cars.
Okay. Good. Very good. Excellent. Let's ask one more group and then we go to the next activity. Let's see, for example, Brian, Julian, and Natalia. So you can tell me in which ones do you have the same opinion? ¿En cuál tenían la misma opinión? Okay.
We have the same opinion. I think in the number 3. And Masar is an interesting experiment, but I don't think it will ever happen anywhere else. And well, we are agree because for our countries like Colombia is too much expensive.
Okay, it's too expensive.
Yes, and well, more debt, more debt.
Okay, so it's expensive, so you don't think it will happen. Okay, thank you guys. Finally, let's say Elkin, Lisette, and Yesit. In which one do you have the same opinion? Which idea?
The first sentence, teacher.
The first?
The third. This
Third?
last one. The third.
Okay.
Because it's a so expensive city. We think that Madagascar that is not possible in, for example, South America, Africa, because this country hasn't money to make one city the same as Masdar.
So these countries haven't got the money to build something similar to Mazda. Okay, perfect, guys. Excellent. Okay, guys, so as an extra activity, we are not going to do the writing now. If we have time at the end of the class, we will do the writing exercise. But for now, I want to do another speaking activity. or to review the vocabulary that we learn about making predictions for the future, right? So pay attention. We are going to have 4 groups, only 4 groups. Each group has one survey, okay? I will show you so you can take pictures of the survey for each group. You are going to write down questions based on your survey sheet. Entonces, en la encuesta, en la survey que les voy a dar, tiene algunos ejemplos, ¿no? People have more free time. Entonces, les dan como el sujeto y el resto de la oración. ¿Qué debemos hacer si tenemos, por ejemplo, people free time? En el grupo debemos escribir las preguntas. Do you think people will have more free time in the 2030s? Entonces vamos a hacer predicciones, preguntas sobre el futuro, el 2030, ¿ok? ¿Qué ocurrirá de aquí a allá? La primera etapa es, en grupos, escribir las preguntas que tenemos, ¿ok? So, we are going to do that. And then, when you finish writing the questions, we come back here and I will explain the next part when you finish, ¿ok? Entonces, la primera parte es, en el grupo, van a escribir las preguntas usando como la idea que les dan en cada una de sus encuestas, surveys, ¿ok? Is it clear, the first part, what we need to do?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So I'm going to create the groups. I will recommend you take pictures, but let me create the groups so you can, you know, in which group do you belong to. We only have 4, so okay, so listen. For group 1, listen to the students in group 1. So you know you need to take a picture of this. Deben tomarle foto, pantallazo para que sepan cómo deben escribir las preguntas. Son Cindy, Jean-Claude, José, Julián Figueroa, Juliet Gómez y Mabel. Okay? You are group 1. All right? Have you got it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. For group 2, this is for group 2. Your survey is about homes and lifestyles. So this is Andrés Felipe Corredor, Elkin, Julián Peña, Lisette Tarazona, and Silvia Natalia Cuellar. Okay, do you have it now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay. For group 3, you have about families and children. This is Andrés Correa, Brian Vargas, Gerson Arismendi, Keiner, and Yesid. Okay, have you got it now?
Yes,
Got it, teacher.
Okay, perfect. And the last group, group 4, you have about world news, noticias del mundo. Carlos Galán, Ginette, Johan, Natalia Camargo, and William. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys, perfect. So I'm going to create the groups. So when you are ready, when you finish writing the questions, you can all come back to the main meeting. Okay, una vez terminen de escribir sus preguntas, pueden volver a la sala principal y continuamos con la parte 2. Okay?
Teacher, qué pena.
Yes.
¿Me puedes
Yes.
mostrar la primera parte, como la
Okay.
explicación?
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Let's go to the groups. If you have any questions, let me know and I will go to each breakout room.
People still read.
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello, teacher.
Hi,
teacher.
We divided the
Okay, the
questions.
questions. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Or credit.
Mhm.
People have longer life. I don't know if we need teacher.
Yes, hello.
We have hello teacher. We have to add one more question.
No, no.
Okay.
Just complete the ones that you have there.
Okay. We finished.
Okay, you finished?
Yes.
Perfect. So, guys, make sure that all of you have the questions. Asegúrense de que todos tengan las preguntas, ¿ok? Ahorita irán a las salas con miembros de los otros grupos, ¿ok? Y deben hacerles las preguntas. Entonces, todos deben tener las preguntas, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. So, when you are ready, you can come back to the main meeting.
Okay.
10:30. When
Yeah.
¿Cómo decías?
Have to
in the 20 in the what is
No.
your opinion if men will be able to have babies in the 2030?
Ah, o sea,
you have addition and the final sentence. In it.
Yeah.
will be able to have baby.
Teacher.
Hello.
Is correct our homework?
What do you think will have? Will people have smaller families? Yes. Will have. En la segunda será, will parents be able? Todas las preguntas van con will y después en la respuesta sí.
Sí, se contesta con maybe o might.
Sí, ajá.
Okay.
Yes. What do you think students will have robot teachers? Now, do you think people or students will have robot teachers? Ahí no sabrá what is.
Así quedaría bien. Do you think that the students will have robot teacher in the 2030s?
Yes. Will the cars fly? Ahí te sobra el can.
Okay. What is your opinion if men? La última sí está bien. What is your opinion if men will be able to have baby in the 2030s?
Or you can ask all the questions the same. Do you think men will be able to have babies? Pueden preguntarlas todas igual, ¿no? Do you think? Y luego lo que sí.
Sí sería así como dice el cambio abajo. Do you think men will be able to have baby in the 2030s?
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
we have to we create a sentence with all pronouns?
Yes, or maybe, well, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so choose only 5. The important thing is that you all have the questions because you're going to go to another meeting with members of other groups, ¿ok? Importante que todos tengan las preguntas porque cuando terminen de escribirlas, irán a salas con personas de los demás grupos, ¿ok? Entonces todos se van a preguntar, ¿ok? Por eso es
Okay.
importante que todos acá tengan las preguntas después para compartirla con los compañeros. Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Países. Hi, teacher.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
The countries no are offering that there. More information.
No.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Tell me, do you have any questions?
No, for the moment, teacher.
Okay.
¿Sería correcto usar el will you believe?
Would you believe China? No. Do you believe? ¿Crees? No es creería, sino ¿crees? Do you believe China will be the most powerful in the country?
Quítale el will
Okay,
y coloca el do. Y arriba
the
entonces el
number
otro
here.
también sería igual. I will you
Igual,
believe?
sí. No necesitan el would, no.
Teacher,
Okay.
por lo menos. Esa es una de las cosas que a mí pues me confunden un poco, ¿sí? Porque en español pues yo creo que estaría correcta la pregunta.
Si yo te pregunto
creería.
sobre una predicción, yo no te digo, ¿creerías que en el futuro habrá algo? Yo te digo, ¿crees? O sea, hoy en el presente, ¿crees que en el futuro habrá?
Okay.
¿Ves? Ese creería es, tú me
en el momento.
creerías si te dijera, eso es otro tiempo, ¿ok? Would you believe me if I told you? Eso es hipotético. Ahorita yo te estoy preguntando, ¿crees que esto ocurrirá?
Okay,
Okay, it's not creería.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
The last.
Okay. Have enough food to feed the world. Oh, ¿tener suficiente comida?
Yes.
Uy, sí, por ahora sí. For now, sí.
¿Sí?
Sorry, guys. It's important that all of you have your questions. No importa si no las terminan, pero es importante que todos tengan las preguntas cuando salgan de esta sala, porque irán, en estos últimos minutos, irán a salas con los demás compañeros, ¿ok? De los otros grupos. Entonces, por ejemplo, Carlos estará con Giancarlo, o Jean-Claude, o con Juliet, o con Andrés, ¿sí? Con chicos de las otras salas, ¿ok?
Ok, dicho, ya nos compartimos entonces el archivito.
Scripture.
O aquí en el mensajito, en el chat.
Yes, you can send them as a chat. Ya los pueden ir terminando porque ya vamos a salir. Entonces, las que tengan no importa, ¿ok?
Ok, teacher, thank you.
Hello? Okay, guys,
Por
sorry.
eso falta la C.
Sorry, listen, it doesn't matter if you didn't finish all the questions, but make sure that you share the questions with all the students. No importa si no terminaron, pero por favor compártanselas en el chat para que todos la tengan, las copian, porque iremos a sala
sí.
con los otros compañeros, ¿ok?
Listo, teacher.
Todos copien las que tengan, ok.
¿Cómo las copiamos en todo el chat?
Copia el documento y pegas al chat.
No, copialas ahí, tomamos captura.
Sí, todos.
Okay.
Sí, vio la
Porque
que,
yo
la
no
que
sé
le
cómo
envié,
buscar el chat
la que le envié
después de la...
corregida, Julián.
Ah, ok, para que todos los del grupo la tengamos. Ok,
Sí.
ok.
Yes.
Ah, está chévere. Entonces esta la intercambiamos por esta. No sé, ustedes dicen.
¿Cómo así? No, pues así como está bien.
No, pero hay que elegir tres. Acuérdate que hay que elegir tres para ellos.
Pero no toca escribirlas
Pues
todas,
sí,
¿no?
pero escríbalas todas. Escríbalas
Sí.
todas
Claro,
y
dale.
sabemos que las primeras van
2,
a...
3, 4, falta la 5.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We are going to finish. Just take this. Doesn't matter.
Ah, ok.
Okay. Ya
Oiga,
vamos a
Julián, ¿y usted
finalizar.
por qué puso Taration de título?
Por la risa, por la risa.
Ponte a aprender inglés.
Lo que aprendí en inglés.
Ok, preciso.
Okay, we're waiting just 20 seconds for the rest of the students to come back. Mhm. Okay, guys, listen. So now I'm going to create groups with members from all the others, okay? So each person from the group will have the questions to ask your classmates. You're going to choose maybe 2 or 3 questions. So group 1, 2 or 3, group 2, 2 or 3, and the others will answer the question. Yes, will probably, this may happen, this probably won't happen, or this definitely won't happen, okay? So I'm going to create the groups very quickly. Como ya les había explicado, chicos, vamos a crear las salas con miembros de todos los equipos. Entonces, en cada sala habrá un miembro de cada equipo, por lo menos. En alguna puede que haya 2, ¿ok? Y se pueden hacer las preguntas y los demás simplemente pueden responder en el chat. Yes, will happen, probably not, definitely not. Okay? Is it clear what we need to do now?
Okay, teacher. Yes, clear.
Okay. I'm creating the groups. Give me a minute. We will have only 5 minutes to share, but I think it's interesting that you can hear opinions from all your other classmates. Okay.
The answer will be short.
Yes.
Will
Which-
definitely no more.
Well, yes, in the chat you answered. I think yes, this will definitely happen. Probably happen.
Okay, I
Or
haven't
maybe-
explained my answer.
No, you don't need to explain it.
Okay.
No, we don't have enough time today, but just to check. Okay. Let me check the other. Group 4, we have Jose. This is Person. Give me a moment, I'm just assigning you all. Okay, you can go to the groups. We only have 5 minutes. So you can ask at least one question from each group, okay? Al menos una pregunta de cada grupo para que todos alcancen a preguntar. All right? You can go.
Yes.
So, guys, do you think robots will do all the homework? I think most of them, but not all. Okay, who's next?
Okay, another person from another group.
Okay.
So, hey guys, well, what do you think in the 2030s will people have smaller families?
Okay. Do you believe there will be a nuclear war in the 2030?
Sorry, first let's answer the question from Andres. So Andres Correa said, do you think people will have smaller families in 2030? You can answer to the chat. William answered and Carlos answered. Andres Felipe, you can answer too.
The next group.
Sorry, what?
The next group.
Ah, okay.
The questions.
Listo, no sé quién siga.
Esto, the question is,
Yes. What do you think about people will be able to go on holiday to the moon in the future?
In the future,
Repeat, please. Jose, repeat.
Jose, can you repeat the question?
Yes. What do you think about people will be able to go on holiday to the moon?
the moon, other,
No.
no.
Probably.
Okay, next.
The last one, the last.
Okay, four. Do you believe there will be a nuclear war in 23? Do you believe?
Juliet says will probably won't. Okay. Okay, we need to close the groups. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, guys, let's wait just a couple of seconds for the rest of the students to come back to the meeting. And we can finish our lesson for today. So thank you for participating. I will see you tomorrow in our next class. Okay? Bye-bye, guys. See,
Bye, teacher.
be back on
Bye,
Friday.
teacher. Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye.